the Fix-It Sticks Benchtop Toolkit right now on Pirate Firearms and Reloading. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I've done a whole series on Fix-It Sticks and I thought I covered pretty much everything they've done, and they've gone ahead and released a new product. So you may have noticed I posted a couple of months back the bench block. So here it is. So I'm going to talk you through it. If you haven't worked out what Fix-It Sticks are or how they work, go back and check those previous videos. I take you through how I've set my kits up and what I like, and I would say what I don't like, but there's pretty much nothing. So the only complaint I had originally was there was no nice way to lay it out on the workbench. This is my big toolkit, which I've covered in another video, and that contains pretty much everything I need to conduct firearms maintenance, both at home and in the field. Although when you put this out on your workbench, it kind of wants to fall over and it's kind of not laid out perfectly. It's perfect for in the field. So this is the kit that goes into my range bag, and it pretty much lives there. If I go away shooting and that pretty much goes with me, with the exception of a hunting trip where I'm trying to cut down on weight. Then I use this smaller kit here, which is got the sort of all-in-one torque limiter. If you want to see how that works, go and check out the other video, but that's a nice little compact kit. It can go in a pack, something like that, because you don't want to have your hunting trip ended because something's come loose and you don't have the gear to fix it. So the tray is pretty straightforward, really. You've got these sort of larger, specifically cut out slots at the back here for your torque limiters. So obviously small torque limiters in the front, and then you've got a whole series along the back for large ones. I've also filled in with some nut setters for the common sizes I use, like 1/2 inch, for example, in the back there. And there is a slot here for a T-way handle. I wish it had a couple of slots for T-way handles. When you've got this many tools, and when you're doing like a big project like you'd be doing on your workbench, I usually want more than one T-wrench, or I'll have a T-wrench and a screwdriver maybe, or something like that. So I really kind of wish it had that. Now, at the time of purchasing this block, you could get it with or without the limiters, but I never saw an option to get the bits. And I ummed and ahed and looked at the price of ordering like the individual bits. I mean, oh, that's a bit of a joke. So what I decided to do is go with a Kinchrome set. And the reason I chose that is not only did it have all the bits, but they're also nicely color-coded, which means it's easier to quickly pop them back, or, you know, I know that the Torx ones are green, for example. And of course, Fix-It Sticks has taken the time to actually label each of the slots as well. And then they've left you a number of slots here empty, so you can add whatever you want. So I've just added, like, for example, a T50 Torx in there. Now I see on the Fix-It Sticks website that they do actually offer a full bit kit for this, which is really good. It just comes in like a plastic bag, and you basically drop them in the right slots. So I kind of wish that was like a drop down on their website. When you went to the bench block product, you had a drop down of like include limiters, include bits, or include bits and limiters, but they don't do that. Now, if you already have a toolkit like this already set up and you simply just want to transfer it, you can buy the block individually, which is cool. The one thing that I do like and I don't like at the same time is this large spot here to put your screws in. That's really handy, but I want more space for bits. So I have a rather not so elegant solution. I've 3D printed a little block which pushes in there nice and firmly and allows me to add extra bits in there. So I've got some nice ball head hex bits, both metric and imperial, some extra flat blade stuff for some of my older style firearms, older lever actions, my muzzle loader, etc. And then Torx Plus as well. I don't know if you know much about Torx Plus. It is the same 6-pointed Torx bit that you're used to. Let me get you one to compare. So this is a 30 and a 30 plus. So if this camera focuses, you'll notice that on the Torx Plus bits, that the actual points of the star are fatter than the standard Torx. So that comes in really handy with bigger fasteners, or if somebody's monkeyed around with a fastener in the past and it's a little bit stripped, these larger ones can come in quite handy. So that's kind of how I have mine set up. Now, one thing, it comes with the standard T-way wrench if you order it with limiters. Now that's nice, and I don't mind that standard T-way wrench. I prefer it if I'm applying large amounts of torque. Just like a socket set, you don't apply large amounts of torque on a ratchet, you use the power bar. Well, I'm absolutely obsessed with these ratcheting T-way handles. It's so much more ergonomic to be doing that than going all the way around. And the other thing I like, you can release this extension piece. You can fit a bit directly into the T-way if you're in a real tight little spot working around scopes, things like that. And you can also add the handle on the end here for extra torque as well. Now, if you're combining it with your standard T-way wrench, then you can also add it on the end and really get some leverage going. So I do like both. And this comes back to me saying, I really wish there was a second spot there for that T-way wrench. Now, my slightly less elegant solution is to put a little socket adapter in there and then just simply sit the T-way wrench in there. And then you can have both wrenches in there. So I really do like the bench block. It's nice, it's easy to see what I'm grabbing. It's easy to find the correct torque limiter. It's not trying to close up on your workbench. And once the bits are all loaded in there, get rid of that, it's nice and solid. It's not going to tip over. You're not going to knock it. It's nice and heavy. And it's well laid out. It's a product that's probably long overdue. I would love to see like an XL version. That would be fantastic. Or as an alternative, have a full selection of bits built in and then offer a separate tray for your screws. I've got a little one with multiple little dividers in it, which I tend to use, so I'm just going to carry on using that and utilize the extra parts here. So once again, Fix-It Sticks have built a fantastic product. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Most of you aren't, and if you subscribe, that helps my channel out substantially, so please consider doing that. Hit that like button and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Catch you next time.